We're done.
Yeah, that's it. That was the last podcast. I'm going to edit that out. To let you know.
We all have editing powers
We all
now.
have editing powers now, and that's gone. That's gone. So, hey, guys.
I'll just turn the computer off.
How's everybody doing? Fortnite 5.
Fortnite.
Everybody's here. No dick lick.
No dick
Which
lick.
is nice. A little earlier than usual. Everybody okay?
No.
Okay. Let's go around real quick. We got Rob over here in his Hawaii shirt.
I mean, it's not Hawaii, is it? It's got Hawaii.
It's Hawaii.
I don't even know what I'm wearing. It is Hawaii.
It's
early.
So, have you ever been to Hawaii?
Yes, just once.
It didn't need to be many times. I just asked if you've ever been. Oregon hat too. Oregon hat. Have you been to Oregon?
I've been to Oregon.
Just once or
Multiple times.
multiple times to Oregon? Once in Hawaii, multiple times to Oregon. Perfect.
For multiple, you get a hat.
Yeah.
Once is just a shirt.
Now you know everything you need to know about Rob. And, we got Charles wearing a Flash shirt. It's nice.
Thank you.
Very red.
It is.
Okay, good.
Good one.
We should discuss the current season of The Flash.
Oh, we should. Yeah, I'm caught up.
Nothing's happened.
Yeah, nothing's happened and it's not worth watching.
That was a good discussion.
End of discussion.
Moving on.
You got Flash off the market.
Okay, everything check. And we got Tom in his Captain America and Iron Man choose a side Avengers movie shirt. It looks like he got out of the packet of the DVD again. So,
Well, they all came in a pack. It's like there's like 5 of them.
That's good.
It was like the sweepstakes I won.
do you like that cap helmet with like the chin strap?
I do. I do like the chin strap. Sometimes it can be a little
Chinny?
too chinny.
Yeah.
But and surprisingly, a lot of times if I see screenshots from the first Avengers, I'm like, ooh, that's a rough cap outfit sometimes. And I used to be all into it. So
Yeah.
who knows?
You know, you're blinded. You're blinded.
Who knows?
We got Naft over here wearing his T-Rex Orlando shirt, which he's done before. It's not throwing me off as much this time. Last time I was shocked by it. An homage to E.T. and Jurassic Park.
You
Is it
know,
a Universal Studios shirt?
it's actually strangely, the Rainforest Cafe?
Yeah.
Apparently they have another restaurant that's just dinosaurs.
Oh,
And
that
so
sounds
it's
good.
It's just, I don't remember what it was called. I
The
think it was called T-Rex or
Forest
something.
Cafe.
Did you go?
And I went there. We didn't eat. We went looking for just toys for the boys.
And you got a shirt.
And I saw this shirt.
Which is
with
too tempting, huh?
Which was so great because it had a T-Rex going for the moon. It was like, it was Jurassic Park and E.T. And I think they did it on accident, but it's great.
Is it like dine apostrophe sores? Like, cause like you're going to go dine.
No, it's
not
just
that.
it's not bad.
Well, that's gonna be my restaurant.
But I like that.
Oh, looking forward to it.
The ladies in Raptors outfits serving the food.
In high heels, they can outrun T-Rexes.
Make sure they have feathers.
We might get into that for a second. I actually got in an argument with Kelly about this yesterday, about that heel thing, and how she's running for it, and somehow she was trying to justify it.
Well,
It drove me up the wall.
Because that one was her favorite one, right?
That's her favorite one.
Yeah,
It's her favorite one.
What?
All right. Well, and there's me, Rossi, wearing a Batman shirt.
Vintage Batman.
Vintage Batman. Huh?
Adam West era.
So vintage,
I like
it's
it.
almost not going to be a Batman shirt after the next one.
Just about to be a blue shirt.
Okay. Well, this one's starting out good. So, things we might talk about today. Probably none of it. So, the Star Wars Rogue One trailer, the second trailer came out this week. We watched it. We all finished Luke Cage. We're all post Luke Cage. Charles is very fresh post.
Fresh post.
Fresh post. That's always good. I have the word rank here. Oh, I know what that means. We might rank all the Netflix Marvel shows.
I thought you said rake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
What?
like, where are we ranking? Like, why are we?
We're not ranking. Move past it.
We're going out, we're raking the yard.
I have James.
Content needs to be ranked.
Will you shut up? Then we just get through them, and then you all can we might talk about James Bond, probably not, and Stranger Things, nope. And
Billy Zane?
well, always Billy Zane, but Billy Zane's he's an impromptu.
Yeah.
You know,
He's
like,
always on the docket.
You know, like I saw the movie over here, and then Billy Zane popped out. You know, blah, blah, blah. I want to be Billy Zane for Halloween. It's just like all the type of things happen.
We're all Billy Zane from different movies.
I was that 2 years ago. I was Liam Neeson.
Oh.
From like 5 different movies.
I remember. I remember he had like the I remember.
I thought you were gonna say you were Billy Zane, and I was like, I know your Facebook. You were never once Billy Zane.
You didn't even know who Billy Zane was until this year.
That's 100% true.
Mr. One Time Hawaii. Okay, who does that? One time. All right, so
It was a good time. It was a good one time.
I say we start out with Star Wars for sure.
Yeah,
Right? That's
Star
the
Wars.
biggest thing that came out this week.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Tom.
I approve.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to start with Rob because he's going to irritate me, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really want to go with Charles.
Start with Charles. I want to know what his take is.
Charles? We
We
start
get
with
the
Charles?
fresh Charles take before
Fresh
there's any.
Charles? Was that the first time you've seen the trailer?
No, I've seen it before, and it's been
Probably
discussed on the
sweet.
podcast, but
On the podcast?
no. I mean, I'm sorry, not the podcast, the group chat.
Yeah.
Apparently, you guys didn't read.
No, yeah,
Because
it-
you should have started.
Well, this
with
group
me.
was very groupy this week, and I didn't have a chance to like even go back. Like, it was like I would work all week, and I'd get back, and it'd be like 200 messages every day. And I was like,
That's how I feel.
fuck, what happened in there? And it's just like Cap, blah 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 blah, Dick. And it's just like I don't. This is I put them together, Cap, Dick, and it's like okay, I got the gist of what Tom was talking about here. Like I'm good. Okay, well, how about this? Let's
That's a
go
good
with what
conversation.
Napoleon thought on the trailer.
Actually, it's it gets you a little bit more excited.
Thanks,
for the
Napoleon.
movie.
What did Tom think of the trailer? I'm just joking. Go back.
No, fuck it, it's over.
Edit number one.
No, I think it's a good trailer. Gets you a little bit more excited for the movie that I'm not excited for.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, this is something weird, right? And I have a problem with this. I have a problem with this. This group's taking a turn. Okay, this group's taking a turn. Because what the fuck? What the fuck do you mean you're not? Nobody's excited for it? Nobody's excited for it. It's like everybody here's just like, no. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. It's like you don't fucking feel like you need to see that movie?
It's not like episode 7 exciting.
I'm not saying it needs to be episode 7
I
excited.
feel like with movies, it should be episode 7
Yeah,
exciting.
if it's not dick hard
No, 'cause
excitement, it's not. I'm
No,
not excited
no,
for
because
it.
like there's movies this episode. Because if every movie was episode 7 excited, then nothing would be exciting anymore. Like you know what I mean? Like there has to be levels of excitement.
This
But
is
like
every movie, but this is a Star Wars movie, and I want to be episode 7 excited.
Yeah.
so if you're not episode 7 excited, you're not excited at all.
Well,
Like,
no.
Because that just means like that's your excited level.
With
is episode
Rogue
7
One, this
excited.
is something. It's not an episode, so it's something that like it could. There's some elephants. There's some elephants in it. There's some elements
There
where
might be.
it could totally not be good just because it's in the universe. Everything we've seen, it's not any of like the Jedi's or people we know. So it could take a bad turn. So it could be like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. of Star Wars. But other than that, I'm excited for it. That's my thing.
Okay. Well, so you are excited for it because
I'm excited for
the
it.
way this group has turned out, it almost
I'm excited for
it
it.
almost feels like the group like wants it to be bad and doesn't like it.
I do.
There he is.
It's just the characters have been scaring the fuck out of me. The universe and the story seems cool, but like the characters have been scaring the fuck out of me. The Forrest Whitakers and the Yens, like they're guys like save the rebellion, and then you see like the blind guy fucking like swinging around with a blaster, and then I can't take them seriously for some reason. It feels like they're like I'm in a Star Wars movie.
For me, this was the best trailer for Yen. I mean, I'm still not on.
Because he was in there the least.
No, he was not.
No, it was like trailer 2 Star Wars.
I'm not not on the Yen bandwagon or anything, and I don't like Yen. I would still love him to be gone. But like, I don't know. I kind of like at least they were like he seemed like he was more blind, which was helpful for me. Like, because before it was always like he's a blind guy, but he's doing things that like blind people shouldn't do. And where this one, at least he's just like, oh, I'm shooting a gun. He's like looking towards space, shooting this way, and then Rob said this to the group. It helped me out that like he was hitting those guys, but then really like it looks like
his buddy helped
his
him.
buddy shot all the guys instead of because the first
shot
shot
like 3 months ago.
That was a big,
that helped me out on that
That
scene.
was a big plus.
So I don't know. I'm not that I'm like I'm giving the Yen a little bit more leeway than I was originally.
So then why do we need him? I just need some guy to like walk around and have everyone do it.
Maybe he has good advice.
I feel like he's way out of character in this movie.
I feel like he's the only cheerful one. The rest of them are so
I
emo,
don't know,
and fucking down.
That Asian guy seems cheerful.
He's
Yen?
Yen's bodyguard.
Huh? Okay, great.
They
So
come
he's-
in like twos.
So he's still cheerful.
Is he?
See, is he really his bodyguard?
Yeah.
That's his, like, yeah.
Isn't that going to be helpful?
That's
On
helpful.
Yen's case, like,
Bodyguard's
he's got a
helpful.
guy, he's got like a walker.
Is it
Bodyguard's
confirmed
helpful.
he's his bodyguard?
Yen's not
Yeah.
an issue for me, so it didn't help
No
me.
issue.
Not his bodyguard, but like
His
I want
body-
more- I
they
want
come
more
in
Jedi.
tandem.
I
Come
want
on.
I know they're
That's what I
buddies,
want. If
yeah.
I was when I say
So-
I want another Star Wars movie, I want it to have fucking Jedi in it.
So you want like a faux Jedi, if anything.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think you have to have a Jedi in the movie, do you?
Oh,
yes.
dude.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Don't.
Because just the
Oh, I
scenes,
guess.
the
I mean, I
scenes
would like
of those
Jedi.
space battles have been fucking super cool for me. Like X-wings blowing up and stuff.
I
and
mean, I feel like
love
it
that.
looks like Star Wars. You guys keep saying like it doesn't feel like a Star Wars. It feels like a Star Wars, no? It feels like a Star Wars chapter. It doesn't feel like an episode, but it feels like the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, it feels like Star Wars universe.
You know?
I don't have a problem with the actor Yen. I just don't like the blind character. I don't have a problem with blind people, but I just don't like the problem of like he seemed too ultimate, and it just seems like it's like what is happening?
It's the
here?
stereotype.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
feel
this
like
like
did he seem less ultimate? That's all I'm saying.
I don't think this is like a martial arts movie. I mean, I don't think his character fits in the movie at all.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll work at all.
I guess is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. Is
That's
from
my
this
problem.
trailer, I got a little less of what you were kind of just saying, a little bit like where it's like where the begin before I was like, he's like this, like the mystical blind guy, and he has like somehow he is like he's better being blind than he would be if he had eyes. Where this one I saw more of like there's more disadvantage there than I was like seeing before, so maybe it's not going to be as like he's not going to be as incredible for a blind guy as I thought he was going to be originally. So I guess like if he ends up having great advice or something, then maybe I can handle him. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm stretching. Am I stretching?
Whatever.
Am I stretching?
I like it.
No,
I like it.
sounds.
Like,
Po-
you're
po-
fucking-
positive outlook.
yeah. Well, because this group has gone so negative on this fucking movie, which is just weird to me. I don't know when it's like this fucking plague started.
I was never into this movie.
Put it above.
It took over. And it's like the cancer is on it. It's just like World War. Just like
Just sitting here, just
present,
feeding the
wow.
negative vibe.
It's like fucking wildfire. It really does.
He's not
The
being
girl
worried,
wasn't
he's
as bad
being
either. I thought the girl came across better in this trailer as well. Like she wasn't as like I rebel. Like she was kind of more like into it.
She wasn't as pompous.
I liked seeing her dad, giving her like seeing that reason. I thought it was a
You
little better.
So here's a twist.
Okay.
This trailer I actually liked.
What?
What?
Whoa! Because the
Surprised
other,
if you read.
well, yeah.
I,
The other trailers to me have just been like shit shows basically because it's just like it's fucking apocalypse now and there's just like martial artists and it's like what this isn't Star Wars, but this actually this kind of showed a lot of resolutions to problems I was having because it showed Yen's bodyguard in quotes.
no, I think it is. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Tandem too.
it showed him mow down the other guys, which fixed a huge problem for me. Where it's like, why he's surrounded by stormtroopers? Why are they just letting him hit him with a stick?
Right.
You know, that pissed me off. And it showed so much more like space battle scenes in this trailer. The characters didn't seem as annoying. I mean, Forrest Whitaker like coming out on like the peg leg, like that was kind of annoying. It was kind of annoying.
Like fucking Barbosa look.
But like, you know, it seemed more Star Wars to me. Whereas before, it didn't feel Star Wars. So I was kind of just like, I don't want a war movie like with a stormtrooper, and I want Star Wars, you know. And with the excitement levels that it's like, oh, like Rossi, you were saying, like it should be fucking like we should be super excited for Star Wars. It's just I feel like it's gonna get even less with each movie because we're gonna get a Star Wars every year.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
For them, like forever,
Yeah.
basically.
It's like kind of how like I've gotten.
With Marvel.
That's how I've gotten with
Marvel.
Right,
where
yeah.
it's
We have
like-
the Marvel burnout, or I
Yeah.
have the Marvel burnout. I guess I can't speak for
I have
you.
the Marvel burnout as well.
I know.
I mean, every time the movie comes out, and that week I'm into it. I'm excited. I see them.
Yeah.
I love the movies, but I don't have like the same like
Right.
Anticipation.
crazy anticipation I used to have.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I mean, overall, I'm like, yes, if this is, I'm actually more interested in it now.
I don't mean that. I wasn't even trying to say that everybody needed to be like super excited for the movie. It just felt like everybody's just like, fuck it. Like if we didn't even have this thing going, I don't think like most of you guys at this table won't even see the movie besides Napoleon and I.
That's not. I mean, we still.
He
I
made it
guess
seem
so.
like if I see it, you fucking wrote it. So
No, I did write that.
I wrote that. I see it. I see it. If I don't, I don't. And I was just like,
exactly
that's
what
when
I
I was
wrote.
like, that's it. That's it. This is over.
I think the biggest,
Like, how we've gotten there? We've gone too far. We've gone too far.
yeah, I think the biggest problem with this movie is that just the story, it's not going to add anything that you wanted to really know. You didn't really care. At least most people don't care about the Death Star plans being stolen.
That's
I
my
guess.
I'll
biggest
give you
problem.
that. I'll
You
give
want to know like what even though Obi-Wan mostly probably to stay on Tatooine cooking womp rats.
Womp
You
rats?
want to know, yeah, but you want to see more Obi-Wan adventures. You want to see, some people I know.
Someone you
Tom
know and have context with.
Yeah.
Like a backstory.
like or a lot of people want to see this. Some people don't want to see a Boba Fett movie.
Right.
Some people want to see. We don't want to see Han Solo movie because it's not Han Solo, but. So this period in time, it's like right before A New Hope, but they're gonna fuck shit up. They're gonna be like, whoa, the new super stormtrooper that's on the Death Star. Why wasn't he on the Death Star in A New Hope? Well,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
I'm afraid for that.
Or maybe something stupid like where like links too much to like the other movie. Like, well, actually, the only reason Luke was able to make that shot
Oh my
was
god!
because
yeah.
it's like opened that door open. It's
Yeah,
like,
because one of them like
Right.
built it, like the dad built a secret like the exhaust port just so it could get taken down.
Yeah.
Oh
Her
my
last-
god, that's
her
what's gonna
la-
happen.
Yeah. Her last effort is just hitting the panel like, ugh.
yeah, like
he
it,
dies.
like you don't realize like it goes into A New Hope and she's the one that opens the door.
like the exhaust port that wasn't even open.
Yeah.
Right on target.
Oh my god, I can see that happening. I mean, I'm stoked we fucking see Vader because I love Vader, so it's like, oh, we'll get more Vader.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll kill some people with lightsabers.
That'll be
hopefully.
cool too, like to get Vader, like the real.
Yeah.
And probably it'll be more in the context of like the old one, so because we never. I mean, the Anakin thing was always kind of like. I
Yeah.
never even felt like Vader at all.
Yeah.
Even when he put the suit on at the end, I was just like, no. Like, that's Vader would do that. I was like, no.
I kind of had an issue with them like needing her dad for the building of the Death Star for some reason because I felt like they already had like by the end of episode 3 they already had everything they needed. They're like, oh, here's the plans, and they started, and it was already like kind of being built.
Oh right, yeah, they got it from those like things.
Yeah, it was already like, why do they need to
Maybe
come down?
he designed those though.
I just don't picture Palpatine being like, get that guy. I don't know.
But maybe he had already designed all this.
When you get a private contractor, don't you just take their family?
Yeah.
Right?
She should have been on the Death Star too, like just running around with balloons and shit going, this is a pretty good life. Running around on a space station, get all the food I want. Dad works like 16 hours a day, but fuck him.
Yeah, the trailer did nothing for me. I'm not excited for this movie. I'm really not. It's just, that's the way it is. I want to be in. I want to be excited.
There's a problem with the recording here, Charles.
Yeah. Sorry, it just
Yeah.
doesn't do a thing. Not at all excited.
I'm not excited either, but I'm more in
Yeah.
after that trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I was like watching this trailer hoping I'd get that giddy feeling in my stomach.
You don't get anything.
Didn't
you
get a
hear the
single
fucking
thing.
music. You don't get anything.
Nope. And I wanted to be in, that's the thing. I think, you know what it is? I think I have so much anticipation for episode 8, and I love this like new storyline where it's going, and when that comes, I'm just going to be dick hard yes.
Are you?
But for this, I'm just super flaccid. super flaccid.
Okay, so super flashy.
Charles is flaccid.
How is there a monster in the trash compactor? Like an alien. I'm not looking over there.
Oh my god!
I was like, what are you talking about? Fuck is over there? What's that?
You have a trash compactor over there? Is that alien?
You know that thing with the tentacles? Like, how is it in there?
No, there were Raftars on the fucking Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, but someone just threw that in the trash compactor? And then when it compacts, doesn't it fuck them up?
Wouldn't you throw that in the trash?
If you encountered an alien like that, what would you do?
Hey! We shouldn't bring that up because you can't touch those 3. Those movies are perfect in every working order. So by all means, we can't talk about those.
Is this some kind of
Even though
like...
it's really fucking stupid that is in that fucking
I
trash.
don't think any of us are like, are like.
No, I'm just saying. It's in my head. And I hate it. I hate it.
They threw it
They're
away?
perfect. It's like they're not. There's Care Bears at the end.
Maybe it's squishable.
You think it's squishable?
Yeah, I mean, like,
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 huh?
It was.
you ever seen, like,
I've
an
never even
octopus?
thought about
Like,
it.
Yeah.
It's like really, it's like it fits through really small openings
It probably-
and stuff. It gets really flat.
Yeah, let's justify
It's
it.
squishable.
That's good.
It's stupid.
That
I've never
seemed-
thought about it until now. It sucks.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
It's one of the worst things ever now.
Yay.
Yeah.
No, one of the worst things ever are the Ewoks. So it's,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That actually makes more sense than that thing he just brought up. Why the fuck is that in there? It's not even real trash they have in there. It's like always like building materials is in there. It's not even like food trash.
It's space trash. No, I think
No, but it looks like they've been remodeling a room on the Death Star. That's like that was that trash bin. Like it's not like he was in the trash bin. Like he's like some weird like eco thing that eats the trash. You know what I mean? I could buy that. This was like bricks and like weird like building materials, and he's in there just like with an eye.
Well, did they build the Death Star?
That Death Star was done.
Oh, yeah, but
They could easily remodel a room. I could buy them remodel a room. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with all the trash that was down there. I'm not fine with that fucking thing.
Yeah, we got it.
Some dick flushed it down and then grew up in the trash compactor. It started off small.
Well, okay.
Hey, that's a cut.
Yeah.
That's a cut that works.
Problem solved.
Here's what you should be worried
Solved.
about with that scene. Why the fucking thing can pull Luke down like 20 leagues under the sea when they're in waist-high water? Luke! They're literally standing like knee-deep, and he's somehow like, whoa, 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 like just like getting pulled to the depths where they can't even find him. He's that far deep.
It's the worst scene
It's
of the
getting
movie,
rough.
obviously.
This is getting rough.
We should move back.
It's
We
also
should
the
move
worst.
on.
It's also the worst like Luke scene too. 3PO.
Oh my god. Yes.
3PO. And 3PO's all like, like all fucking annoying.
They're dying.
Yeah, it was. Can we move on?
If I saw a trailer for episode 4 right now, I wouldn't be excited. Let's move on.
You'd be excited.
I don't even have this on the list, but I think we all watched this. Did we all watch that Power Ranger trailer?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. We're in trouble.
We're in trouble. Let me start out. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's trying to make Power Rangers more like appealing and dark, I guess, because people are into that.
It was
Kinda
already appealing. It was a worldwide phenomenon.
That's what's weird because when I watched it, I was like, what audience are they looking for? Because if it was gonna try to like have like the original viewers kind of go see it just because like, oh, it's Power Rangers, see it, like that trailer didn't appeal to me at all. It's like, this isn't fucking Power Rangers at all. I don't want to see this.
Mm-hmm.
If it would have like sort of like shittily remade the old show, I would be like, let's go see it. You know, like,
Ivan Ooze, bring back Ivan Ooze.
You know, wait. We watched the old Power Rangers movie the other day and watched it in full because of nostalgia, right? Because it was nostalgia. It was a shit show of a movie. We did the whole thing in full. By the way, well, on record, Ivan Ooze was better than Apocalypse. He's the better brother.
He was whipping and quipping.
Yeah. Take another quack at it. But that trailer, that new trailer was
Sucky.
sucky.
It did nothing for me.
I didn't even feel like Power Rangers, did it?
No. It was like, it looked visually good,
Okay, well,
but then like the whole Power Ranger thing was thrown out the window. It was just like, hey, let's get some teenagers with some powers and make a movie for teenagers.
yeah, it was more like a Nickelodeon special or something. Where like, oh, like I touched this ooze and now I got powers. You know, it was like, what? Is that
Yeah.
how it works? Where's your power coin?
Yeah, it was very
It was
Chronicle.
morphin time.
Yeah.
It was all that.
Yes, Chronicle.
Remember the
Yeah, it was
Chronicle, yeah. It's kind of
Yeah, where they go and they find the thing, and then all of a sudden they're just like, I can leap over buildings. It's like, no, you were never like really good unless you were in the suit.
That's what I thought. Like, they
Yeah.
have superpowers like without the suit now.
Yeah.
Well, did they
Yeah.
always
They
have
didn't
that?
have that.
No. Well, I don't know. It changes because
Well, that's
Well,
why they
they
have to
all do-
morph.
yeah.
Otherwise,
They all
fuck it.
Well, 3 of them, 4 of them knew karate, and then the
Jason.
people,
No.
the people was a cheerleader.
Do you remember the other one?
gymnast?
No, it was always like. That's why it's kind of dumb. So Jason knew karate. I think Jason and the Yellow Ranger knew karate. I think. Right, and then Kimberly she knew gymnastics, so like that translates. And then Zach was a good dancer, so that
that's
translates.
right.
That translates to fighting. And then
What
Billy,
did
Billy,
Billy do?
Billy couldn't fight. He was like really shitty until he morphed.
Yeah.
He'd like do these things and somehow he'd knock a putty out
Yeah.
or whatever. And then except for in the new
In
one.
the movie, he's like backflipping.
Yeah.
I'll follow you, Kimberly. They literally are backflipping across the whole.
For some
field.
reason, by the time the movie comes around, he's like they're all karate experts, like out of the suit.
The amount of flips in that movie.
Too
my
many
God.
flips.
It's like, I'll get you. And he does like a pose. You're safe. Like,
Oops,
remember the
hold
video
on, I
that he
forgot
spun
my
around?
keys.
When he sparked, it was like, yeah.
He's like not facing her. He like spins around twice and like grabs her. You good? It's like what the fuck.
This is in the trailer?
No, this was in the.
No, this was the Power Rangers,
Power Rangers
movie.
movie.
Oh, I see.
No, the trailer, I don't know.
And also, we brought this up in the group, but it also doesn't feel right that it's not like late 20s guys playing teenagers.
It's like actually kids.
Like that's just how it's
Actual
supposed to be. Like I mean, Billy in like the Power Rangers movie is like 40.
He was going bald already.
He was going bald already. He was like, "Hey guys," but somehow he looked like they did the like Daniel Jackson from Stargate thing where they made him like look cooler. Like he's more like hip now. It's like you're the nerd. You're not supposed to be like getting the ladies. Like Daniel Jackson got every lady on that show. Every Toronto Forest lady. Daniel Jackson.
Nobody watches that.
I never watched it, so I don't know.
I got it, Rob.
Hey, if one person gets it,
Yeah, there's 2 people ever
I'm
watched
sure it's a
Stargate.
Vancouver forest.
it's,
Nah, I'm fucking with you. It's
Yeah.
Canadian.
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 Well, I don't know. Closing on that trailer was horrendous.
Trailer. I was actually okay with it. I was okay with it. I mean, how excited can I get for a Power Rangers
Well,
movie?
for a second, I was like,
It's like-
not excited for Star Wars, excited for the Power Rangers movie.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I just say it's like, looks fine. I'm not going to go see it, but it looks
No, but
fine.
I guess more what it is, like, whatever. I agree with what you're saying a little bit. It's like, okay, whatever, but
Yeah.
I'm, like, confused on, like, what they're trying to do. Because if they were trying to, like, bring in some nostalgia for, like, say, like, everybody who watched it when it was originally on, well, that's not what they did.
Right. No, it's
So what the fuck are they doing? Like, who's? I mean, maybe new kids are gonna go see it, but not really. New kids don't care that much. I
They're
mean,
hoping lightning strikes twice.
It doesn't seem to have a connection to the past. Like, it's not in the
Well-
same universe. I wish it was brighter and happier, actually.
Yeah, it's like
Right
a dark
now.
Seemed
tone.
cooler to me.
Right now, everything's about superheroes.
Rita seems cool actually.
So
Yeah.
that's why they're making them super
That's true.
powered, because right now that's what everyone's doing. And we saw what they did with Ninja Turtles. That wasn't going for any sort of nostalgia, but they're just like, fuck it, people used to like it, and
Yeah.
kids will go see it.
Yeah,
And I mean, like,
You
you
win.
know,
that's true. That's true.
put a tally down under Tom for the win.
Wasn't a win.
Well, you just said it.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
You gave him a win.
Podcast over.
We have to vote on the wins. It's taken away.
No!
Just
Vote.
in case he has a slip like this.
My power. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You gotta give me this.
Yeah, moving
Gotta
on.
move on.
Moving on.
Power Rangers out.
Power Rangers out.
Power Rangers out. We always
Rangers
do.
out. So we are all officially post Luke Cage.
Woo.
Yeah, so it's Freedom Land.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Who cares?
It's like, oh, it's over.
Diamondback's his brother? What?
Oh, shit.
It was kind of obvious.
Cottonmouth dead?
Yeah, that.
That was a bummer.
When we were watching, Cottonmouth died was it like episode 6 or something? I was just like, what? I liked it because it was just so unpredictable. I'm just like, this is why I love these fucking shows.
Yeah, the unpredictableness
I think it's
of
going
it
one way and it goes another.
was cool. I just wish it was Miranda that went out that window.
Yeah, Mariah.
Mariah.
I
Yeah,
was like,
I was
who's
totally
Miranda?
wishing it was the opposite. Like, because like, it would have been like, oh man, he killed Mariah.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
But I still get to keep Cottonmouth?
Yeah.
Great.
That's Mariah.
It's like they show that he was like, he was forced into that life, but then it's like if he did that move, it's like, oh, he's not like still that
Well, because
kid.
Combat was
you know?
it was so much better, so much more interesting. The actor did such a good job. Like his backstory was better. I mean, Mariah is just there's nothing
The bad guy
redeeming
with
about
rules?
her.
Yeah.
I always think
Yeah, the bad guy with rules. I love the bad guy with rules.
Yeah, I mean, he was just so much better. I mean, her character is just so.
Yeah.
Ooh, I mean, who gives a fuck about what she's doing? I don't care about her political agenda. I don't care about her criminal agenda. I don't care about anything. I don't care that she's oddly in the shades. I don't care.
God, that was weird.
Cottonmouth clashing with Shades left like an underlying story, like, oh, there's gonna be some trouble there in bad guy paradise. Now it's Shades controlling Mariah, who's crazy, and what the fuck is Shades?
What the fuck is Mariah? She's still kind of annoying too. She even like fucking committed. At least Cottonmouth was committed to what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like she's just this fucking uncommittal fucking weirdo.
She was
I'm
not-
done with the politics. I'm going into the politics. I can use this
Yeah.
to advance my
You know?
political agenda.
I don't
It's
want to
like,
kill anybody. I shoved a guy out the window. I mean, it's like, what are you fucking talking
Yeah,
about?
she
you
was never
weirdo?
confident in anything she was doing, but then like she was getting like forced by not forced, but like Shades was just like steering her in the direction for whatever reason. Shades just go be your own guy. I don't know why you need her.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, I think I still would have, even though I thought Diamondback was cool towards the end. I mean, I still would have taken him dying over Cottonmouth.
Yeah, no. I mean, it was like it's a cool.
Maybe I just like
It's
the
a
actor
cool
lot,
Luke
too,
Cage
I think.
story, but I kind of wanted like Tim to set up a Luke Cage big bad, and
I guess
I
Diamondback.
don't want Mariah to be that.
Oh,
And,
Whoa.
Oh, I see
and,
what you're saying.
and Diamondback is, well, I don't know. When he gets beaten in the first season, it kind of like, well, he's gonna get beaten in the second season.
Well, but that's
Yeah, but
that's,
they're making him better though.
They're gonna-
he's
Like
gonna
the
become like a Luke
scientist-
Cage, right? But
Yeah, the scientist guy's making him better, so he is gonna be another big bad.
And I guess he makes more sense for that role than like Cottonmouth ever would have. So I guess
Yeah.
there's that. I guess there's a little bit of because they kind of did like the Diamondback like thing in the beginning, like Diamondback's doing this. Diamondback's like the one that's really it feels like a takeover. Diamondback. And then when Diamondback showed up, not that I didn't like Diamondback, but I remember he showed up going like he doesn't seem that
planned.
didn't seem that big.
Mhm.
Like he didn't seem like that big or that, but like that smart really. He just was kind of like I want to kill Luke Cage.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Like he never gave me the vibe of like somebody who could. There was like he never seemed smarter than Cottonmouth or something. Like he didn't seem like
Yeah.
he seemed a little crazier, maybe like a better killer or something. But like he didn't seem more like the guy with the big plan,
Like the mastermind.
Until his
the mastermind.
Until
Perfect,
his
yeah.
reveal, he was very kingpinish.
Yeah,
He was.
Yeah, exactly.
He was,
and he
yeah.
kind of when he came in, he was more of like, oh, he's just like a good soldier type guy.
and a psycho, so he just
Yeah.
gets around like fucking tornado.
We're like, I mean, I guess maybe that I guess that's why Shades turns on him. I guess.
Yeah.
that. I mean that.
He's like, man, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Well, that like bothered me because it was like Shades was totally just like he was like Diamondback's like henchman, It's like, oh, don't do that, don't fuck around with Diamondback, he won't whatever. And then he was like questioning Cottonmouth, and then once you see Diamondback and know he's like insane, it's just like Shades is all of a sudden like, whoa, what's going on? It's like, did he just flip a switch all of a sudden? Like, when was he not a psycho?
Yeah, maybe.
Like, I don't understand.
Maybe Luke Cage made him like more.
Once he got close,
Yeah, maybe like kind of made him a little bit more unjust.
Shades was a goon in prison. Like,
Yeah.
he-
That's true.
I like Shades though. Weirdly enough, I thought he was kind of cool until he killed that girl. That was a bummer. It was like full on like headshot. Like, here, boom.
Candace?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Candace. Yeah, I felt bad for Candace. Felt bad for Candace.
Um,
Well, it was so annoying because like we had to deal with that Mariah thing twice, like where she gets arrested and it's just like, oh my god.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you hit
it's
it.
frustrating.
You hit it when you said that one day. We were like Mariah's out of jail. Luke Cage is going to jail. It's like
like
God,
that was the end. Yeah.
like could Mariah just at least sat in jail for like a fucking day or something? It was like fuck.
Yeah, I didn't really like how that ended. I didn't like how it ended.
No, I wasn't because like they were still out and like good and like Luke Cage is going to jail and you're like what? I mean,
He's gonna get
it's,
free because
he's
the
clearly
folder
gonna
and
get free,
stuff.
though, yeah,
but
so-
like,
Yeah, it's gonna do the Defenders thing, but like because it was like I know a lawyer. It's like oh cool, but
I was hoping they would pop up for a second,
the thing.
just for a second
Just-
as lawyers.
I don't care.
I was
Like
just like,
one
oh, yes.
fucking like you could just
One
walk in the
Foggy.
door. You didn't even have to say a word.
Yeah.
You could just walk. It didn't even have to be Matt Murdock. It could have just been Foggy, and I would have been.
Oh
Foggy
God.
would be great.
Yes.
It would have been great. Like
Yeah, foggy hair whip or something.
that's what's annoying. They just need a little. I mean, they could just do a little bit more like of that. Would be so great. I mean, if Foggy just showed up, it would be out, and I would be
Oh,
this is the
God.
best series I've ever seen. And I was just like, come on. You know what I mean? Or like she could have called him. He didn't even have to show up. She could have like called him on the phone, and like they could have like gone to the other line, like Matt
and you
Murdock
show him on the phone.
on the
yeah.
phone.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's they could have just done it as simple as that.
I've been happy just seeing a text from him.
Just that, I'm on my way.
the contact list.
That's a text with no site.
Okay, maybe not a text. Maybe-
Real iPhone?
Well, I keep thinking
Voice
maybe
to text?
it makes more sense that maybe it would be Foggy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but that would still be cool.
It would be fucking great.
It'd be great.
It'd be great.
I think it would be better
Even if it was
Foggy.
Karen, it'd be great.
No, it wouldn't.
It's a bit of a stretch.
We got Turk.
we
Yeah, Turk.
all know like Misty Knight is a character right?
Yeah.
So like,
I-
she's got a cyborg arm.
I get it.
When she got shot,
You thought she was gonna get
and
it?
that arm was going, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna lose it.
You're gonna lose
and,
that
and,
arm.
And then the nurse saved it. I had like that hot tub time machine, and it was like, "What? This isn't where she loses the arm.
Oh yes.
Here's where it happens."
And it's like, oh, it's going. It's like,
This is
oh,
his
come
fate.
on.
That's the best part. This is his fate. Can't help him. I love that part. of Hot
She's
Tub
like
Time Machine.
juggling chainsaws. Here we
I
go.
love- that's like the best part of Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
I love when he's stuck in the elevator. And he's like, ah! It's like, yeah, not the fuck. It doesn't happen.
I know what you're talking about now.
What the fuck?
That's how I felt when that scene was happening. I was like, yes, they got it. They saved it. Fuck you mean you saved it?
You're gonna
Cut
lose
that arm off.
You're gonna lose that arm. Yeah, what a dumb thing that they like. If you know the character, you're a fan of Misty Knight, like, okay, this is where she's gonna lose the arm, and then she doesn't.
Maybe they were just paying like homage to
She's
it.
gonna go visit the zoo later.
Yeah.
They didn't pay homage to it.
Gorilla rips it off or something.
I guess maybe they just didn't think it was like in their set world that she could have a robotic arm. Or
I mean,
something.
maybe that'll be in the future.
So, what kind of character is she in the comics? Is she like a superhero, or I mean, I know nothing
Isn't
about.
she a cop with a robot arm?
She like starts off as a cop. I think she leaves the force after a while.
They always do.
Yeah, but like so she's got like an arm from Tony.
Oh, okay.
That,
Oh, she does. It's from
yeah,
Tony?
so she's got like blasters and like I think a
No, when he
freeze
became
ray or
Tony with
something.
him.
And the arm is super strong. Like she could crush a cinder block, but because none of the rest of her body is, she doesn't really have
Smashing it.
superhuman strength because it
Gotcha.
requires her body to do the lifting.
I guess she has a lot more to do with Iron Fist.
Yeah, she's in Iron Fist. I know that's confirmed.
But I guess like she has a big role in like the comics for Iron Fist and stuff. Yeah, I think I guess she has more to do with Iron Fist than she hangs with Iron Fist more than she hangs out with Luke Cage.
By the way, did you guys see that Iron Fist trailer?
I did.
Okay.
His fist lights up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. Oh, that got me excited.
I'm in. It's
God,
the
man.
strangest thing what Marvel can do.
I think that one will be my favorite, just because the magic and stuff like that. Like,
Well, that's what's weird.
Oh.
We're talking about that Iron Fist might be Charles's favorite. Where like when we play, what was this like? Probably 5 years ago, no, maybe longer now. Fuck. When did Ultimate Alliance 2 come out?
Well, like longer, I think. It's been 5 years.
Like 2010, maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was like 20 years ago. But what are you fucking talking about?
20 years ago, you know.
It's like, what? We're like, I remember Iron Fist being in the game, going like, "Who the fuck is Iron Fist? And who
Yeah,
gives a
me too.
shit about him?" Stupid suit. Now I'm like, I'm all like, Iron Fist looks like it's gonna be great. Like it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to get on DC.
I
I mean,
yeah, that'd be cool if they started doing like the same team that Marvel kind of has for Netflix, but for DC. If they did like Netflix DC stuff, I think you would probably get better shit
I'm sure.
for sure.
God, I think so too.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a mandatory bar that they can't exceed on the CW.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck it, don't do it on Netflix. Do it on Amazon Prime if you want to stay away from Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Do whatever you need to do, but just fucking make them better.
Hulu exclusives would be.
Well, they're
fine.
fucked too because remember for a while it was like DC was like, well, we don't make the movies good, but we got the better shows. For a
No,
while,
they don't.
And it's like, for a while it was that.
Yeah,
it was
no.
that. Like their shows were decent,
Yeah.
right? We were accepting their shows, but now
Yeah.
that these Marvel shows are coming out, I was like, those shows are shit.
Yeah, Kevin Feige was like, "Challenge accepted."
Yeah, like so Smallville was good. What are you trying to say? So we have to beat that. Got it.
No problem.
They didn't do it with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, it's
That was the rough patch. Like when Iron Man 3 came out,
Network
that's when
TV.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out, and that was like the rough patch, and that's when I was nervous. I was like, fuck. But they got out of it.
Yeah, but this,
I feel like they've sacrificed it.
I think we've realized, but I think they've
Just left it out there. It's all.
yeah.
I think they've realized though. I don't know they have realized,
Let
but
it
we
go.
all know like TV is dead. Network TV is it's not the way to go. You don't.
Yeah.
There's obviously all these shit restrictions and shit producing and shit oversight that makes these shows
Shit.
shit.
Double shit.
You know what I mean? Because like most of anything I like is never on like prime time stuff. Even
Yeah.
like the shows that I still kind of watch will still end up being like even like maybe on FX or something that has like a little bit more, or obviously HBO. But it's like
HBO wasn't like
I don't know the last time like CBS, NBC, or like ABC where it was like, oh, this is my favorite show.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, Lost was like the last time I think. I mean, there's
Yeah.
probably something else after, but
I think
Lost
Lost was the last big one for me.
was like the last thing like that was actually on that I was really into.
yeah. Well, the only thing I
I might be
Survivor.
missing something, but Survivor,
Survivor, but that's not. It's like different.
Not different.
It's
It's so
like,
different. It's reality TV, so it's so different. And even that's still kind of like I watch it, but you know what I mean. You know.
yeah.
I mean, was there anything? Dabs, got something? You watch
I
everything?
mean, I watch everything, but it's nothing like gets me excited, or I have to sit down and watch like the fucking Netflix series.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else can just sit there and build. I watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine, New Girl, Modern Family.
I mean, those are
Those
comedies though
and those
too.
are
That's
all
different.
I don't really like regular dramas.
Did you watch them?
Flash.
That's a comedy.
That's
It's a comedy.
It's a tragedy.
Legends of
Tragedy.
Tomorrow.
God, that's a
Oh
tragedy.
my god, it's so horrible.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
Legends of Tomorrow is so.
I heard this.
I can't stop watching it because it's a comic book thing, and it entertains me in the way that they reference things, but watching the show is just like, come on, guys, you don't see the solution already?
Yeah.
I'll see you after the commercial break, I guess. Hey, they got it!
Yeah. I heard this season's better with the Justice Society and stuff, but I don't know. It's only been one episode, so.
I was gonna say that they showed the Justice Society is gonna show up, and guess what? They're gonna have a misunderstanding, so they're gonna think the legends are bad. They're gonna have an episode where they explain, no, we're good, and they're gonna be like, shoot myself in the face.
Yeah.
Going back to the you wanted Luke Cage having like the big bad, and you weren't like into the. I agree with that because like with Cottonmouth, it was like somehow I know like Diamondback's Luke Cage's brother, but with Cottonmouth, it was kind of like Luke Cage was like, this is personal. I need to go and take you down. But with Diamondback, he was kind of like, hey man, I'm sorry, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight you. No matter what was going on, he's like, come on, man, let's not fight. I feel like it's like you want like the hero to kind of go against like how Daredevil went against like Kingpin, where it's like this guy has to be fucking taken down, and it's just like Luke Cage just like
Stop trying to redeem him. Take him down.
Yeah, it's not until like the very end he just shows up at the place and he kind of has to fight him.
he has to fight him. He's like, well, you're here, and they're all sit. But like before that, it was just like I
think
need to
it's
take
still
down the
like
Cottonmouth stuff.
even the Cottonmouth thing. It's like he was still almost like never even going after Cottonmouth. It was just like going after like
He was going after Cottonmouth. He wanted to like hurt him in multiple
Yeah,
ways
that's true,
before
though.
he took him down. So that's why he was like taking all
Yeah.
his stuff.
Yeah.
yeah, you're right.
Because he made it like way more. But then like I mean what Diamondback was the reason he was in jail and it sucked, but he still was just kind of like, no, I'm sorry I was a dick. So it's like if Diamondback ever shows back up, it's never like, oh shit. It's just kind of like, all right, I mean take him down, I guess. I don't know. I liked all the hammer tech though.
God, the hammer tech was cool. Those bullets were amazing. The Judas bullets.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Drill and explode.
I didn't like that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we talked about this a little bit. Like, I don't know. It weirded me out that there's like I didn't like that there was a bullet that could like hurt.
To
Luke Cage.
penetrate him.
I liked it. Otherwise, he's like Superman. He's like invincible.
Yeah.
But I feel like they should have done something kind of like a kryptonite. I
You're
guess.
right though. I mean,
But
it is what it
is
is.
like
Right,
the
it has to have
kryptonite.
something.
But it's like,
I knew it was coming. You knew something was coming.
yeah, but his thing is being bulletproof. So
Yeah.
it's like, don't make it be like
It-
a bullet.
It was more like I didn't have a problem with the bullet. It was more like when the police got armed. I was like, everybody has this bullet.
yeah.
Like, what the
we
fuck?
can all take him down.
I wanted it to be like harder to get that bullet.
Yeah, like if it was just Diamondback who had
Just
the
Diamondback
bullets,
having it, I was fine because like, okay, yeah, he's got the access to it.
Yeah,
But I don't
now
like that it's like somehow massively produced now.
They
It's
can be
like,
like, freeze police. He's like, fuck.
yeah, you know,
Freeze
like,
police.
like, I don't want
I
him
was
freezing.
okay with it.
I don't want him freezing for police.
But so the police are armed with those like drill bullets that explode? That's insanity. I hate that. That's scary.
Restricts him more.
I don't want to restrict him.
You know, in Harlem, they said there was a limited quantity,
Yeah.
so it's not like everywhere everyone has.
Yeah.
juice
Everybody,
2.0.
every-
And it's
Everybody
super
has them.
expensive, so it's not like
We got him
What's
here
that?
in California. They got him.
They could end up in like Shield Vault next to the fucking Ark of the Covenant. You know, like just like okay, well those are taken off the shelf because we can't have those out in the public, and then that's season 2. Like, oh, someone Someone broke in and stole the Judas bullets.
Yeah, right.
God, I hate Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What's happening with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
What's his name is on
Well,
it?
they
Knight
gave,
Rider.
yeah, they threw a Ghost Rider out there. Yeah, Ghost
Knight-
Rider
you
and
say Knight
kids.
Rider?
I said Knight Rider.
Whatever. Same
Ghost
thing,
Rider
fuck
in his
them.
van. Kids.
Kids.
He's got a mohawk. He pities the fool. Fuck it, let's combine all of them. I'm 18 with it.
I get it.
Okay. Well, you know how like I don't know if you were paying attention during the summer and the last fall, the chick who plays Skye complained that Marvel had thrown Shield to the wind and was like,
Oh, I didn't know that.
she was like, yeah, they don't connect to us at all. It's bullshit. So they were like, yeah, well, you know, here, shut up. Here's Ghost Rider. Ha, you're in.
Is that why they did it?
I don't know if that's why they did it. It could have been because Ghost Rider sucks. I'm not into him.
Into him in the show or just in general?
I'm not into him in general. It's like whatever. I don't care.
He seems like he could be cool, but
And he's a.
flaming head.
I actually like this character. I've never really had anything to do with this this version of Ghost Rider. Manny
Oh, the Mexican one.
something. Yeah. Yeah, I've never met him. So.
Maddie Man.
That's him. It's not Johnny Blaze.
Yeah. So Johnny Blaze, the Daredevil, goes back to Daredevil, and he's called Ghost Rider.
Should be called Daredevil. Daredevil should be called Batman.
He's got an interesting
how does
story,
he
but
fit
like
in?
it doesn't fit in. So they've got several different stories running. This guy's no longer Shield. She's on her own, and she's hunting down Ghost Rider because he's a mass murderer who kills mass murderers. He has to be stopped.
No, he doesn't.
Fuck you.
So he's Dexter.
And then he's not even. He's not a problem, and then he reveals the Ghost Rider thing, and she won't let it go. She's like trying to talk him down from the ledge, like, I know what it's like to be inhuman for the first time, and he's like, what the fuck? I sold my soul. Like tells her like 9 times, I'm not like you. I sold my soul for this.
Like,
Back the fuck off.
Wanted to do this.
Needed to save my brother.
There's a really long tradition of us. There's one on a horse.
We go back. There's one on that giant bike with the big wheel and then the little wheel in the back. Yeah, that's the first Ghost Rider. He's
Well,
there.
what's he like? What's this one right?
Oh, he has like a Corvette or something. Like
He drives a car?
An old Firebird or something.
Yeah,
No,
it's a
it's
car.
not even the bike.
Nope.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there's one on like a horse, I
Because
think.
you'd have to show his
Ghost
flaming
Rider.
skull too much if he was out of the car.
You were out of the podcast 2 minutes ago. We talked about the horse.
Oh.
But yeah, like so because he gets in the car,
He's
then they show the flaming skull by showing lights light up on the other side of the car. Like his skull doesn't light up as much. Like they show it, but like to save money on production,
Right,
you
yeah.
kind of more get the sound. You get a lot more sound and a lot more special lighting.
It's an old car.
Yeah, it's like he looks like he should be racing, fucking Dom Toretto.
I hate budgets. And them being low.
I guess-
And you
Yeah.
know that things could be better if they were better.
And then on the Shield side, they're trying to hunt down Skye to get her back on the team
Why?
or to stop being a vigilante.
So she's vigilanting too.
She's vigilante, but her in her own fucking world,
What's her
it
power?
makes sense.
Quake.
Quick, she fucking vibrations.
Oh. Good for her. It's gotta be helpful.
Well, and because she's pushing herself so hard, she's actually broken her bones. And so she's right now she's dealing with a fucking broken arm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's horrible.
That sounds awful.
What happened to the other Inhumans?
Then they're scattered because Shield doesn't want to use them, or they don't want to be used by Shield. One of them, not sure anyone saw Yo-Yo.
Who?
She can move really fast within a heartbeat,
But then she has to come right
but
back.
she has to go right back to the same position.
Wait, what?
That was a joke!
Yeah, Yo-Yo. So within her own heartbeat, so within like a second or two, she can.
Hold
she
on,
can-
hold on one second. I stop. I don't. I don't want to know about Yo-Yo. That's enough. Of Yo-Yo.
Get in.
You were out on Yo-Yo?
I want to get in so bad, and then
I was out on A. Gents.
That is such a shit show.
Get in, guys. Come on, it's good.
You sell it. Every week you sell it.
Every week I'm watching it.
I can't believe it's still on.
I can't believe it's still playing. That's awesome. Are we ranking the Netflix series?
Yeah, let's do that quick.
Well, obviously, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is first.
Yeah.
People want to tell you on Netflix. It's so good. It
I think
it
it is on
surpasses
Netflix.
Netflix.
No, we're right.
It is on Netflix, you're right.
It can't be stopped. It's a Titan.
Wait, it's a Netflix series.
No, but that's I shouldn't have said anything. It's like it got put on Netflix. So okay, I'll go first. So I say, well, I mean, everyone's just like writing and stuff. So
Spoilers.
Jessica Jones, Daredevil, season 1.
Are you going from
best to
best to
worst?
least
Yeah.
favorite?
Jessica Jones, Daredevil season 1, Luke Cage, and then Daredevil season 2.
That's good. That's good. And it could be the fanboy in me, but mine goes Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Daredevil 1 and 2.
Alright, for me, it goes Daredevil 2, which is strange.
Oh,
What the
Luke
fuck?
Cage, Daredevil, Jessica Jones.
interesting.
Sorry.
Ugh.
Sorry to.
Okay,
sorry.
okay, Charles.
You know, you should be.
That was
Oh no! I've been recently wanting to watch Daredevil 2 again because I for some reason I did this list in my head when we asked it before, and I was like, why do I feel like I like that one the most? So I am gonna go back and rewatch it and see if like there's something wrong with me. Okay, it might be maybe Luke Cage is number 1 for me, and Daredevil's 2. Daredevil 2 is 2.
Daredevil 2.
I think I just really liked Punisher a lot.
Punisher.
And I always like a lot of times I like the second season of stuff because like it's like what Rob said. Sometimes I even though Daredevil season 1 was really good, it's like I wanted him in that suit the entire season, and I didn't get that suit until the very end. You know what I mean? So like at least second season for me, it's always like, we're getting going. Yeah, there's like some irritating stuff, but it's like, at least we're like getting going. It's like the core of like what we're doing here. I didn't have like I liked Elektra, I liked Punisher. I didn't, so I remember really liking that season a lot when I was. Yeah, there was problems, but I think I still had the most enjoyment out of every episode of that. Where like every other Netflix show, I really liked the beginning, and then there's always been, except for Luke Cage. Actually, Luke Cage solidly, I never felt like, except for the first episode, weirdly, the whole thing I kind of like liked. I never had like a part where I was like, okay, can I just get to the next episode, or this feels like filler. Well, like Jessica Jones. I liked the first couple episodes, loved the last couple episodes. Like the middle of Jessica Jones, I'm like, oh my god, like this just feels like we just need to write 13 episodes to get to the end here. So those are my points of why I like my
I'm gonna
list.
get on your points. in a
Okay,
second.
he's gonna get on it. Charles,
Rob, we're going this way.
Go to Charles.
are we going away? Sorry, I didn't know we were going away. I cut. If we're going away, Rob.
Probably Daredevil season 1, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil season 2.
Mine's
Sorry,
I
Tom
just-
just wants us to like basically write his list down and then say it in his order.
No, I just didn't know Luke Cage was so high on his list.
It's above.
I don't remember that.
I hate Daredevil season 2 was just. Here's the thing, like I'm not like really that big into the Netflix series in general.
Yeah, he's a
So it's like
right. I forget.
I'm kind of like out on all of them almost, but it's like if I had to rank them,
Yeah, that's the thing is you have to rank them. They're
Yeah.
good. I enjoyed Daredevil 2. The only problem with Daredevil season 2 really was there's so much other people and so much Karen.
Yeah, a lot of
it's
Karen.
way too much Karen.
Way too much Karen.
Luke Cage. The thing about Luke Cage is I had some problems with Luke Cage, but I liked Cottonmouth. There were a lot of things I did like about Luke Cage, more so than like the Karen escapades in Daredevil. And then Jessica Jones was just like that whole season was just like Jessica Jones, bang 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 the end. Like, so it's just like
Were those gunshots or bangs?
it was like literal bangs. Like it was just like let's have 20 minutes of a bang scene and then like Kilgrave.
I'm into that. I'm into that.
I mean,
All right, Charles. What do you? Yeah, it's funny. It's real funny.
Do something inappropriate. Anyways, so my list would go Daredevil season 1, Jessica Jones, Daredevil season 2, then Luke Cage.
Oh, Luke Cage last.
Not that I didn't like Luke Cage.
Well, okay, I think Luke Cage had a lot more filler than people
I think.
are willing to admit. Because
Yeah.
no, you go ahead. But like, okay, but so like when like my best example is when they're in that fucking like Diamondback has like everyone held hostage and he's pretending to be Luke Cage. Like I remember like looking at Raw and being like, I've seen this fucking scene 20 times. Where it's like they go to the fucking cop car and it's like Misty Knight or whoever the other one was, the other like sheriff, and it's like we're going in there. Don't go in there yet. We're going in there. Don't go in there yet. Then it's like back inside. There's stuff going inside, and then it goes back. It's like we gotta get our men in here. No, I'm like I just saw the scene like 3 times. This is like fucking like so much filler. Like the Misty Knight shit felt like it was so much just like filler to me. And it's like I get it. It's like the same Karen thing. So there was so much more filler where it's like sometimes I'd be like, is Luke Cage showing up? It's like focused way more on the villains, which the villains were good, but it's like Luke Cage, whenever it was him, he would just be kind of just like walking. It's like, Luke Cage, you gotta go in there and fight. He's like, well, I'm not really a fighter. And it's like, fuck, get in there. You can like beat the shit out of everybody, but you don't. So, anyways. Now you gotta go.
Yeah. It's a good conversation today, guys. I think we had a good time. But yes, I do have to go. I gotta get going.
All right, get out of here.
All right, cool.
We're gonna continue.
Are we?
No. That's it. That's it for this week. Except for I think you're wrong on the Luke Cage thing.
I know.
You know.
I know.
It's I mean that what you said there in that particular episode, I do remember like that, like the going back and forth. But I think overall, like every episode was moving kind of forward. Where like Jessica Jones, because like you move a little bit forward towards the Kilgrave thing, but there's a lot in the middle where it's just like. You're just watching her kind of like just do whatever, and you're just like, where's this going? Where Luke Cage, how he's kind of had like a moving plot forward. Same thing with Daredevil.
See, I disagree.
I thought Jessica Jones had the most of. It was just the middle part of that season was just like out there doing like whatever, and it was interesting. I mean, again, now we're ranking these and we're forced to rank them, and so it always makes you feel like I didn't like Jessica Jones. Like no,
right.
that's still like I love Jessica Jones. It was great, but if you're asking me to rank them.
I just think Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are similar with with their episodes progression in a way. I feel like when you say everything moves forward with Luke Cage, I disagree because it was moving forward with the Cottonmouth stuff, and then he was out. Then all of a sudden it's this new storyline where it's like Luke Cage isn't even going after what's.
But
his
even
face.
that,
it's just
so
like
even that-
let's put Luke Cage in jail, is like what the whole story was. And I don't know. That was boring to me.
Well, we were talking a couple weeks ago where I personally feel like those shows could do with like being shorter, like how Stranger Things only 8 episodes, and it was like concise. It was like to the point. It was good. Whereas like with 13 episodes, they kind of like have to, we gotta fill 13 episodes. Like, we can't have them catch Cottonmouth yet, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well.
Because there was a lot of like dancing around, like Cottonmouth's right there. Let's dance around for 6 episodes.
Agreed. I mean, if it was Rob's universe, there'd be like 1 episode.
No, I would give them.
Episode.
No, well,
you all just sit there and stare at a fucking blank wall.
no, I would come up with better reasons why he's not getting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, I'm just not going.
They do a lot of easy writing sometimes. I mean, where
They
it's
do,
like the same type of thing.
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't know how hard it is to write something, so I don't know.
I just correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't remember a Jessica Jones part where it was there's the Karen in Daredevil, and there's the Misty Knight agenda.
Who's the blonde lady?
Trish.
Yeah, I mean
She was in this.
Yeah, it's the same.
She was?
She was in a voiceover. Yeah.
Oh.
A morning
radio.
radio thing, talk about Luke Cage. But one problem I did have about Luke Cage, like of it being like slow pace, and I think the most worthless scene that did not belong at all was when Misty Knight was talking to the psychologist in the room, and she was like telling her story and everything. I thought that
I
served.
don't even remember that.
What part?
It was like episode 10 maybe. Wherever it's after she
Oh
Whenever
yeah, like the
Night
fat,
Nurse
the
is in
fat
there,
white
and
dude,
she like,
fat
yeah,
white
yeah,
dude, where he's like, I've played this game.
yeah.
I know what it's like to be on the other side of that.
I could not wait for that scene to be over.
Yeah, it was
like that whole story to be over. I was like, thank God, this was so pointless. It adds nothing to the story. It adds nothing to the character. It's just a filler.
But
Yeah,
that's
maybe,
the-
maybe it was like from what you were saying, like that if Misty Knight's gonna be in Iron Fist a lot, maybe that's why they were kind of. I mean, I'm not trying to justify anything, but like maybe that's why they were
Giving her so much attention.
had so much Misty Knight in it because she's gonna be like a big character. So like they wanted you to know more about her, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I
Wouldn't that make more sense? Because I kind of do remember that.
yeah.
Like I enjoyed Misty. Like I think Misty Knight of all the side characters on all the shows so far, besides like Foggy, obviously Foggy's cool, but like of like the Karen type, I thought she's the best. She's the easiest one to follow because at least she is a cop and stuff. So it's like what she's doing at least is a little bit
Right.
better. But if
No, sorry, you continue.
but I'm saying like if she is gonna be like in Iron Fist a lot, I mean it would make sense that why they're building her a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Kind of
but
like now they did with Night Nurse. You know, Night Nurse is like in everything, and then they kind of so when Night Nurse shows up, you know Night Nurse.
that's true.
But we had our night nurse.
But we didn't have a moment like that with Night Nurse, I don't think. And it felt so pointless.
Yeah.
It ruined it. I
Yeah.
was just like, I cannot wait.
Can we
for
talk about
this
stuff
scene
we
to be
like?
I thought Trish was better as that
Oh my God,
as
it's just
that
like the
story.
negative podcast.
Well, I mean, I'm so sick
So
of
it's,
the.
it's always just like we hated this.
That's
we hated
true,
this.
we always
Like,
negative.
Do we like anything?
I love Luke Cage. I love his character. I kind of like that he's the gentle giant and he's the hero of the people.
yeah.
I fucking love that.
So you just don't like his character.
Yeah,
I thought his character was going to be something different, and it just to me it was
'Cause
a
he
lot.
is,
It
that's
was
like
a
what
lot
he
less exciting than I thought it was going to be. He didn't really seem to have like the drive and stuff to be like I just like when he brought up that psychologist part. Like I didn't even remember like the SWAT team part that I brought up. That was like an example of many moments like that in the show where it's like, where can we get to Luke Cage? Can we get to just because he's indestructible, you can't just have him go screw stuff up. But it was just there was so much that just seemed like just can we get to something? You know,
Yeah.
it was like I thought it was everything that like it's building up and building stories too didn't really seem to have any payoff to me, really. And
For you.
and I thought Trish was better than Misty Knight, like following her story because she was like doing like I don't know, like Krav Maga and shit.
Doing that dude.
Yeah.
I like how
A lot of banging. Show.
I like how you said like just the way like these shows are just like the same. It's like, well, I mean, my favorite of the Karen type of character. It's like this sounds so stupid. Like there has to be a
Yeah,
Karen.
Karen type.
That's true.
They all have a Karen.
They all have a
They
Karen.
all have
Like
a Karen.
that's just like these characters
Well,
can't like hold their own.
I guess I always
shows.
think like when I try to think about it too, though, it's like we always want this the core fucking character. Like we just want him just out there
That's
fucking
true.
banging down walls, and it's always like it's written for us, but it's always written for such a larger audience. Like that doesn't that
Yeah, but who cares about? Like, why are you watching a superhero
because
show
because
if
no
you want
because
the
that's
drama?
why that's why maybe comic book stuff spent like so many years in the underground because it was just like we got four losers at a fucking table watching and reading shit. And we're like, yeah, like when he punched through the wall, you know what I mean? But like rest of society, why it's popular now is because it's like full expanded stories with more characters and more real life situations opposed to just like I was like, when will he fight Ant-Man? You know, it's just like
I like that. I mean, I like it gives character development.
I like
to
it too.
People other than just the hero. It makes you more invested in
That's
more
why
things.
I like it.
You're
That's
more
why like when you guys
interested.
are playing, I'm kind of like I don't
I don't.
see
Yeah,
it.
I don't
see it
I
as
don't get
much.
that.
I'm
I would
always-
agree with you guys.
I'm like more into. Like when I think of Luke Cage, I think of it as like kind of everybody that was sort of in it. Now, yes, of course, but I don't understand. Tom keeps saying this. I didn't feel like there was a lack of Luke Cage at all. I feel
I
like
didn't
he
feel
was
that
in it
way.
a ton, and it was his show. And I don't understand. You have to show the villains. Why do we like Cottonmouth so much? Because we got a lot of Cottonmouth,
But I mean,
and we got a lot of.
yeah, but we also got a lot of Mariah. So just because
Well,
you
sometimes
got
you
a lot
don't
of
like them
doesn't
all,
mean
but like
you
it doesn't
them.
mean that.
Right, but when the thing is focusing on her political
Just
career
because we
and all
didn't
that
end up
shit,
liking her
like-
though doesn't mean that like it didn't have to be. It's kind of it's a gray area. It didn't mean that it didn't have to be done. We just didn't happen to like her. But like it doesn't
I
mean
agree.
that she was necessarily written that bad. It's just I just don't like her type of character.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I didn't feel too invested in her. Kind of.
it wasn't like but it didn't. I never felt like any of her scenes were stupid. Like it Does that mean
Mariah scenes, they were very stupid.
Like which ones though?
Like the
What
one
is
where she
actually
like
stupid?
kills her cousin just for. No, you fucking.
She's crazy.
But is she?
Yes, yes, she is. She's talking to her picture of her mom and just
Uh,
going nuts. She's got the shakes.
She like, you know what she reminded me of? She reminded me of
I
like.
don't think she tried to kill him too. Isn't it kind of like on
I
accident?
think it just kind of happened, and she's
Kinda
like, "Oh
like
my god,
happened.
what have I done?"
She came off to me like she didn't know what the fuck. Like she was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna get off, right? Like officer," but it's like she didn't really know she was gonna get
But
off.
I think that they show why she's like that. Like she grew up in this like
right.
this really that, but like she was supposed to be the one that was like, oh, you're going like the political route, and we're focusing on all your education. You're gonna like instead of being like, the gangster, you're gonna like do all this corrupt stuff, but like you're gonna be like the politician one. That you have to kind of keep this perfect looking record and all that. So now her character is struggling with like, well, that's all gone. That all got screwed up. There's no going back to that. So now what do you do? Type of thing. But she still obviously has all these tie-ins from before. I mean, I just didn't like her, but like, I didn't think her character was actually written bad. I liked Cottonmouth so much better that like I was irritated that she was the one that kind of won out in that situation. Mm-hmm. But they gave a lot of depth to her character. I mean, you understand clearly why she is the way she is. Just I didn't like her, but
I mean, yeah. I guess
know what I
like,
mean?
I agree with you guys.
the same thing with Cottonmouth. Cottonmouth ends up having so much depth. Like,
Right.
Right. Well, I agree with you guys where you said like you need to flesh out characters and stuff. I guess just for me, like when I watch these shows, it doesn't feel like the characters have interesting. Like they don't make them interesting. They don't give them interesting stories. That's my opinion. But like, they just kind of they feel like they're there just because they need to fill up time rather than telling an interesting story. Like that's my big. Like I said with Karen, like the biggest problem with Karen is she was just like. Well, what is Karen going to do this season?
Karen 100% is.
I agree.
Right. Like she was in the first season, and now we have a season 2, and we need something to do with her.
Right, but it's
But
like
I
all
don't feel
those,
like that
all
was
those.
most of Luke Cage's characters were like.
Yeah, but like I mean, when you focus on like characters like Misty Knight, it's like okay, like we've done this kind of before. It's like the same kind of stereotype characters that just like it's in every
I
show.
agree with that, and that's definitely like Misty Knight character. Sometimes it's like with the 13 episode thing, it's like. We need her in the beginning. We need her to be doing her thing in the beginning. We do need her at the end. But it's like, fuck, we need something for her to do for like
Right.
8 episodes because like we don't, she's a cop and she can only investigate so many times.
Right. But really, like
That's always hard to do.
Yeah.
Right. But she's probably crucial. She's crucial to be introduced, right? Because she's, she's a big part of the universe, right? For Luke Cage, and she's she has crucial things at the end that kind of tie things in together. But it's, I get what you're saying. Where it's like the middle time of characters like her, it's like it's got to be so hard to write because it's like. What the fuck do we do with her for 8 episodes? Now, Luke Cage always has something to do. It's moving swords somewhere, but I get what you mean on that. Where Karen by far is the worst example because clearly Karen was like, in the first season, she obviously was written for a plot that made enough sense, right? She had all that stuff going on in the first season, but it's like, oh, well, she's a character in Daredevil. We have a season 2. What's Karen gonna do? Like, I don't know. How about we write her off?
Right.
She can go on to Minnesota, do something there. I don't care what she does. Like,
Yeah.
they don't do enough of that sometimes with certain characters. Like, it's just if your character doesn't make enough sense for the show anymore, just
I just like for me like
they laugh.
I was like rolling my eyes at the Misty Knight in the beginning, especially because she was doing the same thing where it's like playing detective for like the audience. We as the audience know it's Luke Cage. She should know it's Luke Cage because it's clearly Luke Cage. But she's even like having a vision where like I don't know if it's like she has powers. Was that ever explained? I can't remember.
No, I think it's just like they just.
That's just like her like deductive reasoning
Yeah, they
skills.
just did like that was their way of She's
But
just
it
doing
even shows her like looking at Luke Cage like, hi Luke Cage, as you do commit like the act at the crime scene, and then she's like, was that Luke Cage? Like that kind of stuff just like annoys me. Where it's like it's clearly like who else like is the big bulletproof guy? I don't know. But it's like that's like the kind of thing where like if they gave her I guess more an interesting story, I would care more. Like with Cottonmouth, he was more interesting.
But was it because he was? I sometimes I think I'm attached to Cottonmouth because I think the actor did such a good job. He was so
Cottonmouth was the
he was
reason
so
I liked the show for the
captivating.
most part.
That guy did such a good job. I think sometimes.
Yeah.
I loved like his laugh he would do.
Yeah.
The way he would do that.
Every time he would get like disrespected, he would always like do like the like that kind of like sideways laugh, and I loved
He's
it.
a great villain.
Yeah, he was good. That's why it was
he
such a
had to die.
disappointment for him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally
He
get it.
was such a good villain.
But I liked it because I was like, oh, that was big. Where are they going to go from here? And they brought in Diamondback. I thought that was cool.
Like, he should have killed Diamondback, taken power with those bullets, and gone after. Right?
I don't know. I mean, Diamondback seems like more of a foe physically to Luke Cage.
True.
Right, but that's
I
why
feel
you
like-
have the bullets.
No, I get it. I mean, you weren't excited. I mean, I was fucking pumped when he showed up in that suit and he wanted to
God,
fight.
I was excited.
I mean, I was like, what the fuck? Dude, I didn't explain this before. Like, it felt like, for me, I got the same feeling when I watched that like I did before, like, a big fight. I thought it was like Nate Diaz, Conor McGregor. They did the stare down, they didn't touch gloves, and it was like fucking on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I
when I saw that like part, I was like, oh, like I gotta
too.
go on to the next episode, which I fucking couldn't do. It was terrible. I had to wait like 2 hours until I could watch it. But I mean, that was cool. That
I
fucking
was
part
super
cool.
excited.
Which was it not cool for you?
No, it's cool.
Because that's the thing they have to do sometimes, right? Like, I know it's annoying, right? But like when they don't show as much with Luke Cage and him not wanting to fight, that's always why you get the payoff a little bit when he finally does,
Yeah.
right? Because it's fucking Rob's
Well,
like,
I mean, I would agree. I would agree with you. But the Diamondback fight was literally just Luke Cage being a punching bag. He literally won by being.
I'm not actually saying that the fight was necessarily. I'm not 100% saying the fight was like that great, the actual fight. But I thought the anticipation for the fight and the little build up to the fight, like, you know, that little 10-minute period or whatever.
What was you like where you saw him in the suit? Where it's like, oh shit, things are gonna.
And
go
they're
down.
going to fight.
And then it's like Rocky 5, where it's just like
Yeah.
they're out in the street.
It was
It's like,
totally Rocky 5, by the way.
yeah.
I had that Rocky 5 like thing too, where like he's getting knocked down too.
Right, but like Luke Cage, like he just sat there and just.
Yeah, but that was the thing because he had to tire the suit out.
I know, but that's.
Was he planning on tiring?
Once he figured it out, then he did. That's when he stopped fighting and let him hit him.
So that was my question. So whenever he like hit the suit, did it absorb like the energy and
absorbed
store
it,
it?
yeah.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah.
figured.
So eventually he figured that out. So
Yeah.
then he let it.
Okay.
Then he let him like build it all the way down. So and then he was able to knock him out. They just clearly missed it.
No, I got it.
it
I was just
was-
making sure. I was like,
He just got his ass.
I just don't know what you like, Rob.
I don't like the.
I don't know what you fucking like. You know, Netflix Colonel Hicks. You know.
If they made a Netflix Colonel
I
Hicks.
feel like if Aliens 2 came out now, you wouldn't even like Colonel Hicks. Because I don't know what the fuck you like. Like, you're like, he's a generic military guy.
That's what I told him to say.
It's like,
I just want. a
what, fucking Grant from Jurassic Park? Like, what? The fuck do you want, Rob? Robert Muldoon? I mean, who do you want, Rob? Like,
I need Robert Muldoon.
if we had already, he'd be like, clever girl, that's the stupidest line ever. And
It's not stupid. It was a classic.
Who do you like?
I don't know.
Ah!
I don't like these guys. These aren't
You
my
like
guys.
nothing, Rob. You like nothing.
These aren't my guys.
I don't care anymore. This podcast is over.
I like the X-Men.
But do you?
I don't like the Fox X-Men, but I like.
I feel like if it came out now, you wouldn't even like Cyclops. He's too much of a leader. I mean, it's like I don't like beams.
I think you broke Rossi.
I just, for me, first of all, like, it has to be in space. One, like that has to be. That's like a prerequisite. Two, they have to have like cool. If they're superheroes, they gotta have abilities. They can't just be like a bulking guy.
Like beams.
Right? They have to have beams.
Why do you have to have beams? Like
I need them to have powers.
everybody can't have beams.
No, but I need them to have like how Iron Fist. It's like it looks like he has like a green glow. He's got that glow.
It's yellow.
Is it
colorblind?
yellow?
Are you colorblind? Is it yellow?
I'm colorblind, so I don't know. Don't look at me and ask me.
I think it's
Isn't it
yellow.
supposed to be
It's
green?
purple.
I think it's usually yellow.
He's green and yellow. He's got the.
He's green
he's got
suit,
the
yellow
cab.
Yellow. Fist.
Right, but it's his power is green.
We're gonna have to watch that trailer after
No,
this.
we have to watch the trailer.
All right. Well, I mean,
Luke Cage has power
he has power, but he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because it's not beamy.
no, because he's not
I
like
get what you're saying.
he's not like they're not like
No.
super. They're just kind of like Luke Cage is like the exception because he's like bulletproof, but like they're not doing cool things. That most of these Netflix shows, like it's been Daredevil, who's just like a heightened human basically. Who I mean, he gets his ass kicked a lot, right? So he's not really that super. And you got like Luke Cage, who just is a punching bag. That's what he is. Jessica Jones had powers, but she didn't really use them. I feel like that much. So it's like kind of like I want him to have like powers where they're like, they're doing stuff like
You want?
I know what
I want like ice beams.
You want the
and
ice
fucking-
beams and the weather
and weather,
and,
just like stuff where it's like these guys are
fire.
fucking superheroes, not like like Black Widow, you know, like
I get what you're saying.
You
I
know,
totally get what you're saying.
yeah, like
That's why I'm so excited for Iron Fist.
I get it.
Because he feels like the first guy with these type of powers.
Right, exactly.
Other than super strength, other than heightened abilities.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess like I get what you're saying, but it's just that's what I guess what I'm saying is like that's not what we're talking about. That's not the show what we're talking about.
But that's why I'm not in, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's like
I'm not like into their. I'm not. Those aren't my guys. I'm not into like those powers. I'm not into their characters. So it makes it harder for me to get in. And then when they do the Netflix series where it's like, you know, they kind of barely focus on this guy I'm supposed to be trying to get in on. It's just kind of like
I will do a project where I record like the run times of Luke Cage versus other people in the episode.
But it's not like Luke Cage didn't really add, like, he just kind of was there, too.
All right, well,
He
no,
was.
but I agree.
He was.
Yeah, he was just kind of there. Like, it was just kind of like there
He
was,
had no
there was all this
hustle.
side plot going on with like the villains and Missy Knight and stuff, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we got this fucking.
that's
Luke
a
Cage
show.
problem.
That's how you make a
You're
fucking
a
show.
You're a show.
You have to have all right. Well, and, you know, maybe I'll see you next fortnight. Maybe we won't. There might be a few less of us. There might be the Fortnite fucking 3 because the Cruz brothers are gonna be fucking dead. Okay. Fortnite. So we will be post Doctor Strange when we have.
What's the date?
I don't think so. I think
2
it's
Sundays from now.
It's still going to be in October, right?
Yeah, it's still gonna be October.
We're still in October.
Okay, so no.
So the
no.
next.
So maybe we'll.
We'll be post-Halloween, maybe.
No, I don't think so. I think
No,
it's
we'll
the
be
20th.
Isn't
No.
Halloween next week?
No,
No,
not
it's
even,
2
not
weeks
even
from now.
Quite, like a little.
Oh, it's 2 weeks, huh?
Yeah, it's a fortnight.
Okay, well, hey, I'll see you next fortnight.
lower our sodium.